Hey guys, no. Anyway, that was terrible. Anyway, I'm here to review Watamote. No matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular. I'm just gonna do a quick little review and summary of this episode. I thought I might as well do this for the free shows I'm picking up this season. And before you say, watch this show, two words for you. Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm not watching your show. No, I'm joking. No, I just don't want to pick up any more shows. I'm good with the three I've got. Got a nice slice of life from what I can see. From Silver Spoon. I haven't watched the first episode yet, but it's by the genius Akira Amano, so it's gonna be good. She made an FMA. The amazing anime adaptation for it, FMA Brotherhood. Oh my god, just the best thing ever. And I've got this show which I'm going to speak about now, and I had Gotcha Man, Gotcha. I love that. I love that soundtrack thing that they play. It's really awesome. And then Gotcha Man, obviously, I liked it a lot. So I'm going to talk about this show, anime, Watamote. I watched this earlier on this morning, so forgive me if I don't forget everything. The main protagonist is Karuki, and basically her thing is that she's kind of a shut-in. And imagine Sato from Welcome to the NHK, like a shut-in. She's not that bad. She's not hikikomori. She at least goes outside, but she's on the verge of going into that, I'd say. She's into the stereotypical sort of otaku stuff from what we've seen, dating sims, which was really funny because they had like this dating sim part where she was like tickling the guy's back and he was like, come on, and I was just laughing. She's into that kind of stuff. She's like just an otaku shut-in for the most part. And she isn't popular, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna wait till high school because I can be popular, because that's when people are really popular. But she isn't, because apparently she thinks she's ugly, and she's a shut-in, so she doesn't really talk to anyone. She's really socially awkward, She can't even say bye to people. Like her sensei, or which is a teacher basically, says bye to her, and it's hard for her to even say bye to him. And I'm like, wow, you really are a socially awkward person, aren't you? And it's just about that. The parts with her brother were really, really funny. Because she was like, I need to go through like a sort of rehab where I learn to socialize with people so I can be a functional human being. So she goes into his room and says, we're going to do this for an hour every day. And he's like, an hour of this every day? How am I gonna survive? He didn't say something. He says something along those lines of that, because he's like, this chick is really boring. She's just very socially awkward. Like, there's this part where she goes to the work McDonald's or whatever it was. Like, they had the McDonald's sign, but they had a W. It was weird. I can't remember how you would say it, but it was a McDonald's with a W. It's weird. But she was at it. She was at that whatever the fake McDonald's basically. And she went in there, ordered a hamburger, and she was just like nomming on it. And then people from her school came in, and then she was doing that thing. And I could relate to this because I've done this sometimes. Because sometimes you see people that you know, or you see people from school. I hate to admit this, but sometimes you just don't want to. You just don't want to talk to them. I do this. I admit that. I just see people and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. And I try to slip by, and I kind of plan out the route I'm gonna use to slip by. I don't do this anymore, but there was times when I used to do it. Now I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna walk past. And literally, like the other day, like last Sunday, I believe it was someone from school, which I didn't really want to talk to the guy. And he was like, oh, Joseph, and I just walked past. I was just like, hey, and just walked past really quickly. Which is what I do now. But before, it'll be like, I'll try and plan out this elaborate route to walk away from them, so they just won't notice me. So I could kind of relate to that. I'm not saying I'm socially awkward or anything. I'm alright in terms of socializing. People that have seen me at conventions and stuff can vouch for me. It's a really weird place, a convention. But anyway, not for me defending myself. So she was like planning out her route to get by people, and I was just like, oh, that's really funny. And she gets to the point of where she has to go into the toilet. And I wouldn't do this. This was stupid. She went into the toilet. she kind of changed up her hairstyle and the way she looked and everything. Um, and then she goes out and she walks by, and the people don't notice her. And then her brother's there, and her brother's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" He doesn't say this, but he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then all of her friends walk past her. Her brother and his friends walk past her, and his friends are like, "Oh, did you see that chick? She was really ugly," and she felt really bad about herself. And then she went home, and she's like, "Oh no, this is my life. It sucks," and all of this crap. And I think that was the end of the episode, from what I could remember. But basically, this chick's a Cheyenne. I think there was a couple of references in there that were pretty funny too. Like obviously the McDonald's one. There was probably another one I'm forgetting about. Oh, I'm really tired. Yeah, but it was an interesting episode. I thought it was decent. I'm gonna carry on watching it because especially for shows like this seems similar to an NHK sort of show or a show where you usually have a shut-in. This is different because it's a female. Because usually it'll be the male otaku, and usually they'll be like into all of the figurines and the dating sims and all of those stupid otaku stuff. But she's like, "Oh, I'm a chick." It's weird. I mean, I'll give it that. I'll carry on watching it. It seems decent. It seems good enough. So, what are your thoughts on this show? If you've seen it, or are you going to watch this show? And all of that stuff down below. And no one probably comment on this, but whatever. I just felt like I needed to vent out my thoughts on this show. So yeah. Tell me down below. Peace.